Okay, here's a bottom bracket for our awning. Here's the 4-inch lag bolt wrapped with butyl tape right now. So what happens is the bolt goes through the bracket, and what we do is we take the tape. After we get the bolt started, we put the tape in between the bolt and the bracket, so when this bolt sucks down into the shingles, into the roof, in through your 2x6 right here, the tape gets drawn down in through the threads and then pushed right up to the top of the bolt to seal everything off. Okay, prior to that, we also take a piece of tape that we put across the bottom of the bracket, so when it lays on top of the shingles, that tape gets pushed tight to the shingle. So now any water that comes from the roof can be diverted to the side. It won't go into the bolt hole here. Okay, so what happens is the other two, this is a 3-part bracket, so this is the part that mounts through the roof. This is the part, if there was ever going to be any problems, this would be it. So when we went there, when Brent was there, he was able to literally take one of these bolts and lift it out by hand. Okay, and what that meant was this ended up prying up, because that's the only way that that'll happen. It's the only way that can happen. Okay, even our drills aren't strong enough to torque these to spin them to where they strip. So he went and he was directed, back these bolts out, add more butyl tape, put them back in, add another layer of tape on the bottom over here, and build it up and get everything put back down. So he did that, and that's why he was there for the period of time that he was. And then I told him before he leaves, take and run a bead of our geocell roof mastic on the side of the bracket, just the bottom, the top 2 inches across the top, and then on the other side, so any water that's coming from the above roof will be diverted on both sides. It's just a double precautionary for this protrusion right here, and then there's another protrusion down here too. So that was not allowed to be done by the customer. So the fact that that wasn't allowed to be done by the customer created the damage that they had to tear apart, and that got worse. Okay, so that's an issue. But if you can picture where we installed the bolts going in through this 2x6, the amount of beef that's there is, it's phenomenal. It's strong, but at the same point in time, if you've got a 14-foot span awning and the wind kicks up 20 to 30 miles an hour, it's going to act like a kite and it will rip this. And the wind sensors are only designed to draw the unit in when the winds are too high, but they don't know that the wind is going to be too high. So if that wind hits, that could be the problem.